Is Kanye actually right?
And Bianca has her free will. Some people are saying you're controlling.
She's TMZ. She's TMZ.
What's up, guys? It's Bad Decisions, where we watch people make
Bad decisions.
It's your boy, Sher.
It's your man, Jay. Decision makers. If a random person approaches you on the street, takes your photo without asking, and then directs unsolicited personal questions at you, you probably would not react so kindly. Not only does that toe the line of harassment and stalking, it's also just simply disrespectful and indecent.
And annoying.
Just as this paparazzi or whatever she is has the right, and I use right in quotations because is it really a right? I don't know. It's a gray area. Just as she has the right to walk up and essentially harass Kanye, he has the right then to ask her questions back.
A white woman you can walk up on me like that and ask me stuff like that? Asking me about my wife, talking about this, she got free will? Are you crazy? You insane? This is America.
Yeah.
Now, should he have taken her phone? I don't know.
I mean, listen, I'm sure none of us are surprised when we hear Kanye West and going off in the same sentence. At this point, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly. Like, it just goes together. But if I gotta be honest, I gotta side with Ye with this. Because in what kind of world do we live in where someone can walk up to you, say something derogatory to you, not only derogatory, but derogatory about your wife,
right,
and then expect you to be silent? And let's be honest, right? She got it easy. If it was a guy, I feel like that would have been punched in the face.
Possibly. But here's the thing. Here's what I say to that, right? There's a reason why a man would still feel comfortable to go up to Ye and do exactly what she did.
Because he's famous.
And because he's famous, what comes with that?
BS. Like
money.
Lawsuit, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Boom.
And that's a free lawsuit.
Exactly.
So maybe he wouldn't have punched him, but I'm just trying to say I feel like it would have been a lot worse. I feel like she got it on like the easy side, like him just taking her phone. And they made it seem like he like broke her phone, but in reality he just kind of been like this.
To speak to your point though, had it been a security guard, the guy would have got it worse. Ye's not punching anybody because that puts him at risk.
Yeah.
But if he has security with him and a man walks up on him like that, might end up like that guy on the Chappelle shit. The guy that attacked Chappelle on stage, and when they took him to the ambulance, his arm was bent back like this.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
hey, listen, I would have gave a homeless man half a sandwich and been like, yo, you got it. I've always wondered why there are no laws regarding paparazzi, because they can literally stalk you, your kids, your whole family all day and nothing happens. But yet, you know, your ex-girlfriend stalks you, it's an issue. I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, the paparazzi's making money off of it. Your ex-girl is just crazy, you know?
Absolutely.
So
yeah, look, so like so there are laws in California. I had to look this up. There are laws in California against harassment and against stalking.
Yeah.
And a lot of times they tried, so this paparazzi stuff toes the line because it can toe the line of stalking. But I do know, so I'll say this. I think California needs to have stricter laws against public harassment and stalking, which they're kind of getting better at. And they also have put a law in place recently, I don't remember what it's called, that as protections for kids. So paparazzi aren't able to take photos of kids. I forget the exact rules, but they made it stricter in that regard. So I'm happy about that.
That should have been done. I don't understand why it took them so long to do that.
I don't know. It's a good question.
I wonder why some of these celebrity kids are crazy. If I had a camera with me like every day on my face, and I didn't imagine being a kid. And you're like, because if you're a celebrity kid, you're pretty much famous for no reason. Let's be honest.
True.
And you just get a whole bunch of cameras in your face flashing you randomly throughout the day for no reason. That's annoying.
Oh my.
That'd drive me crazy.
It's a balance to everything. If you want to be a weirdo, you want to be one of those weirdo paparazzis that hide behind the corner and snap someone from like yards away as they get in and out of their car, in and out of their house. Fine, do you. Be a weirdo. But as soon as you encroach on someone's personal space and start flashing a camera in their face, I think that that person has the right to interpret that how they're going to interpret it. Maybe they interpret it as a threat. I don't know. And then whatever happens to you as a result of it is on you.
Like
That's what I think.
I've literally heard stories where paparazzis have been in people's bushes.
Yo, yeah, for sure.
And I'm like, you're surprised if you get punched? Like
that's trespassing.
That's weird.
It's weird, and that's like she was in a public space on the sidewalk, so she has a little more protections when it comes to that. But if you go jump somebody's gate and now you're on their private property, depending on the state you're into.
Yeah.
All right, well, something happens to you, I'm not going to feel bad. That's just me.
No, I'm not going to feel bad either. Because why are you in my bushes?
Right.
Stay out.
And that can be perceived as a threat, especially let's say it's a nighttime or it's getting dark, it's, dusk, and you're walking into your house and you notice someone in your bushes. You might you might react in that moment.
Dude, imagine how much anxiety you must have if you're always thinking someone's watching you with
Dude,
paparazzi.
that would suck.
You're gonna have a whole lot.
That would suck.
The only thing I can say in this situation though is that I do know like Kim Kardashian has been accused of this, of actually calling the paparazzi. Like there are some people that have working relationships with paparazzi because let's be honest, like you show up on paparazzi that creates,
Yes. Yes. Of course.
creates attention, and then let's say you're trying to sell something, and they're like, "Oh, Kim Kardashian," and then all of a sudden, "Oh yeah, by the way, I've skin's coming out," Yeah. So I mean, sometimes they work together, but
Yeah, you're right about that. I've heard both stories about
Yeah.
that too. And listen, I mean, that's their prerogative, and people like that, I'll have less sympathy for them if they're annoyed by paparazzi who they don't call, because you can't have it both ways. If you're gonna enjoy them and call them when you want them, don't sit here and about them coming up to you when you don't want them.
But you know what? Someone also made a very good point. I think Nick Cannon said this. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. But he said that, like, you can always go to places like Utah or whatever else, and there's no paparazzi. Like, even when Kanye West moved to, like, Calabasas, I don't think there's paparazzi out there. He said, like, you can go to places that, I mean, there's little to no paparazzi. But, like, I'm pretty sure, like, they said, like, New York, mostly California and then New York are, like, the main hubs for those kind of. But, like, at the same time, that's where all the jobs are for people in those industries. So it's like you're kind of stuck. Like you can't really live in Utah. Like if Kanye West wanted to live in Utah, he couldn't really do that.
It'd be very inconvenient.
Yeah, like because that's where all the jobs are.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fair enough point, but like you said, and this is, this can kind of boil down to, I was gonna call it a hazard of an occupational hazard, although it's not technically a hazard.
Yeah.
It's just an occupational annoyance. Like if you're a plumber, maybe you get dirty often. Maybe, if you're a roofer, you get sunburnt. I don't know. Maybe if you're a police officer, your life is more in danger than if you're a teacher. Well, nowadays. So I think it's occupational annoyance.
And then you know the other big thing about this too?
Yeah.
Because we have social media, it's like the paparazzi's not even needed as much. Because people because you gotta think back in the day, celebrities were like a mystery. Like you didn't know what they're doing. Like where's Michael Jackson at? We don't know. And then he shows up and he's like this. Like like it was a big thing. Now with social media, I'm like Michael Jackson gonna tell you where he at. I mean he's not around now, but you know what I'm saying. Like
that's true.
They'll like tell you where their shows are at. They'll tell you what they're doing. You'll see them doing stuff and talking to fans. Like it's not really needed. I get it. Like a big award shows, like you want to have it, but like all this other stuff. I mean.
That's a really good point, actually. So now it's probably what they try to catch celebrities slipping.
I think they try to catch them cheating, is what I think.
Cheating and just doing things that are like unbecoming, that aren't good, and then they go sell it to TMZ.
Have you ever read one of those magazines?
No.
They're all about like it's the definition of all about nothing. It's like the headline will be like Drake is cheating, and then like you'll read it, like you ever read it, and it'll say like. On Tuesday afternoon, Drake was spotted with an unknown woman. And then, like, it would just kind of stop there and be like, he was looking delightful. He was happy eating his food. Like, it's about nothing. Yeah.
This also speaks to a broader obsession that we have with celebrities.
Yeah.
I mean, on bad decisions, a lot of our stories center around celebrities making bad decisions. Not always. You do plenty of topics about unknown people
random
too.
stuff.
Yeah, so it's not just
Chipotle
that.
girl.
Yeah, but one of the reasons we even cover Chipotle girl, weird guys that don't have driver's licenses, driving without them, and all kinds of stuff. So, but I mean, we're gonna talk about Kanye West. Why? Because people want to hear about it.
Yeah.
So, it speaks to our culture.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely. I mean, American culture look at celebrities like gods.
Absolutely.
For no reason.
Yeah, they're just people.
But nonetheless, I'm ultimately gonna say Kanye West made a good decision. I'm tired of the paparazzi. They get on. It gets on my nerves. I have to watch that.
I agree. Yeah. I'm gonna say my final point would be: listen, I love the U.S. I love the rights that come along with the First Amendment. I would not want it any other way. I love the country we live in because we are afforded things that are just amazing. I will say with that though, if you are in a country where you can legally harass somebody, don't be surprised if they harass you back. All right, this is what it is.
That's a bad decision.
All
right, so if you think Kanye West made a good decision, leave a like and leave a comment. If you think Kanye West made a bad decision, he should have just took it. Leave a like and leave a comment. You're probably insane too. But anyway, all right, guys. Decision makers, we're out.